With the new tank setup and the location that it's at, I never knew what direct sunlight would do to the reef tank. With the sunlight coming up earlier now and coming up on the back side of the house, whenever I open the blinds up and I look at the tank in the morning, I was completely amazed to look at the reef tank in a whole different perspective by not using any artificial lights, by the LEDs, by just opening the blinds and letting the morning sunrise shine into the tank and get a natural look of the reef tank. And I'm very excited to get this thing packed full of coral and wake up and watch the sunrise come up and hit the tank. It sounds very strange, I'm sure. If you are able to look at your tank under natural daylight, I highly suggest it. If it's in an area that you can open up some blinds and let some natural sunlight hit it, I highly suggest it. I was talking to some people on some forums about this, and they all say that their tanks are in a natural sunlight area, and they've done pretty well for the most part. My tank is about 20-25 feet away from the window, and it's a two windows that are pretty good size. So whenever I open up the blinds, the tank is able to get a decent amount of the sunlight coming up in the morning. And it was, like I said, pretty amazing to just look at the tank under natural sunlight. And I sat here and I just stared at it one morning before work. And the next morning I decided that as long as the sun was coming up and there were minimal clouds, I was going to record this and show you guys exactly what it looks like with the natural sunlight. And for the sake of the video, I did speed up most of the footage. I did try to capture as many different angles of the tank as possible. Probably should have cut the flow off on some of the angles so that I could get a much better representation of what the tank looked like, because the camera never really does truly pick it up versus whenever you're just sitting here and seeing it with your eyes. But it's very interesting to me that there's a couple tanks on YouTube that are lit by just natural sunlight in general. And I really wish that I was in an area where I could do that all the time. Unfortunately, being in Kentucky, it would probably work in the summer months, but as soon as winter come around, I don't really think it would work out too well. And it's something that I wouldn't want to set up and then take down or move or whatever. So unless I ever move to an area where that's going to be possible, it's not really an experiment that I'm willing to play with, just because of the work that's involved with it. But you can see the cleaner shrimp, how vibrant the cleaner shrimp is under just direct sunlight. There is, I don't think, any way that I could capture the true colors of this shrimp under my LEDs, even if I ran full whites at 100%. So it was very interesting. Like I said, whenever the sun is really bright in the mornings before work, I'll just sit here and I'll just stare at the tank and look at it, just because, like I said, it gives you a whole new perspective on the tank in general. With that being said, we're going to go on vacation this next week. I'm going to set up a live stream of the tank. It's going to run 24/7, so the lights start to ramp up about 8 a.m. They ramp down at 8 p.m., or they'll go off at 8 p.m. The best viewing time is probably between 12 and 4. So if you're interested, swing by, check the tank out. It'll be on YouTube. The chat will be disabled. It won't be a Google Hangouts or anything like that. Aside from that, I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that watches the videos. On my last video about the pests or pods, I had a ton of feedback, and I can't thank everybody enough. It's why I love doing YouTube. I can show people what I'm talking about, and I don't know everything, so I'm a lot of times reaching out for others' experience, opinions, just help on various things. And like I said, I can't thank you guys enough. I got a ton of feedback, and I haven't completely identified what it is in my tank. I'm pretty sure it's flatworms, but I just wanted to take a second to thank everybody. It is greatly appreciated. I appreciate you watching the videos and just helping not only myself out, but everybody out in the community. It is truly a blessing to be a part of this great community. So like I said, next week, if you're interested, stay tuned. There'll be some vlog type videos coming out. And that content's just going to be probably a little bit of everything from our vacation. As always, I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.